Each June in Youth Month, I prepare a power phrase. This month it's been preparing leaders to lead well. The previous videos have focused on the first two words, preparing and leaders. And today we're going to look at the next two words, to lead. If we have a look at the word to, the T stands for team. We can probably achieve much more on our own, but if we're not working with a team, that's a challenge. And as a leader, you have to use your team. You have to understand your team. You have to understand their strengths, things that they're weak at, and how you can develop them. Because if you're not developing leaders, you're not a leader yourself. The second letter is O for opportunities. As a leader, there are so many opportunities around us. Opportunities to develop people, opportunities to do things in a new way, opportunities to try something different. If we're not looking out for opportunities, we've got to ask ourselves, are we preparing leaders to lead well? The break between the word is to take some time off. I meet so many people that are exhausted, and you ask them, how much time have you taken off recently? And they say, well, there's no time to take time off. As a leader, you need to take that time off because you're setting the example for your team, and you cannot seize opportunities if you're not taking time off. The fourth word is lead. And let's start with the L. L is to leverage. Use what you have. There are certain situations where people complain because they don't have any resources. But look around you. There's plenty to use. And if you think of what you need to do, look at those things that you can leverage around you. Some skills, the people around you. That is the L. The second letter is E, and that is to exceed. When someone asks you to do something, exceed what their expectations are. Do a little bit more. I see too many people just doing the average and really complying with almost a mediocre approach to life and to things around them. We need to really exceed everyone's expectations, and that way you're preparing a leader to lead well. The A is for awareness. I've had conversations with various people, and as I'm talking to them, someone else just interrupts us and has a conversation with the other person. Is he or she being aware that I'm having a conversation? Are they aware of themselves? Leaders need to be aware of themselves, because if you're not aware of yourself and your situations, you're not going to be aware of other people. So I encourage you to be aware. The last letter in the word lead is D, to be decisive. So many people go through life not making any decisions, and that in itself is a decision not to make a decision. But I want to encourage you to be decisive. Make a decision and stick with it. Who cares if it's the wrong one? But you're going to learn from that. If you don't make a decision, you're not going to learn from that lesson. So make a decision, stick with that decision, and believe that that is the right decision. If it doesn't work out, definitely you'll learn from that. I trust you've enjoyed this, the third video in the series, Preparing Leaders to Lead Well. We looked at the words to and lead. And if we think about the function of a leader, that is your role, is to lead other people. And I hope these words are encouraging you every day as you've read them. Please subscribe to my weekly letter. We're almost at the end of this particular month's letters. But each week I release a letter which focuses on leadership and entrepreneurship. So please don't forget to watch the last video, which is the video on the word well. I trust you've enjoyed this, the third video in the series of 4, where we've looked at the words to lead. Leadership is all about an art and a science. Understanding what leadership is means understanding yourself. And these words, I trust, will encourage you to discover who you are so you can lead yourself and your teams better. Watch out for the fourth video, which will conclude the power phrase, Preparing Leaders to Lead Well. And I trust you will subscribe to my weekly letter where I discuss leadership and entrepreneurship activities. So don't forget about that fourth video, and I'll see you next time.